Hey guys, Raharu here. We're gonna talk about Wakfu today. It's gonna be mostly the most recent news for the past 2 weeks. We're gonna talk about class changes and other changes that the devs are trying to implement onto the game. So first of all, let's go through the most recent news. It's gonna be so the first news here that we have is fish and focus back farm as you are. So basically, we're getting a new custom. It's gonna be like a fast food custom here, like a burger and French fries. They actually did a April Fools, um, with this custom here, and then they implemented it. Like they really liked the idea, so they implemented this burger and French fries idea. So basically, we get this really nice burger custom here, and you have the bread, tomatoes, cheese, burger, for your helmet, and you have like lettuce for the top, like a collar, something like that, and then you have onions for your arms, and then you have more cheese here on your belt, and you have like tomatoes and onions here, and then you have more lettuce to cover your bottom over here, and then you have like bacon for socks. Uh, I you know I if it was me, I wouldn't have the bacon for this custom because it's not really necessary. Like it kind of makes the custom look kind of like it's not that attractive. And um there's many like religious and spiritual uh spiritual systems that they don't eat like any pork or bacon. So like this the bacon part it's not working for me. Like, but you know but everything else is nice. And then you have like another bun for for your like sandals or something like that. So yeah, so I mean it's a nice custom. It's just I don't like how the bacon looks here. You know, I, if it didn't have this, I would have like bought it because it actually has like a Sadida kind of like nature kind of look to it. With the lettuce and the onions. It kind of had like a Sadida kind of feel to it, but then you have the bacon, and that kind of like throws off the whole look for me. But if you like bacon and burgers, this is perfect for you. So that's fine. And then you have like a Coca Cola drink here, and over here you have the French fries menu, French fries bucket, and for the wheels you have like hash browns or I'm pretty sure this is like potato wheels, or maybe like apple. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking it's like, yeah, like hash browns or like potato wheels, something like that. So yeah, so it's a cool custom overall, and I'm glad they added it. Um, yeah. So if you like it, it's already in the shop. So you get the custom, and then you get like a drinking emote here. See, you could drink. See, you're drinking Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So it's a relaxing, chill kind of emote. Yeah, and then here you have the French fries mount. So yeah. If I ever get this pack, it'll probably be for the French fries. It's funny because a lot of people like um they actually they prefer like just to buy French fries, when they go to like a to like a fast food place because they're delicious. So this is like typical me. Like you know I prefer like French fries, to the burger. So they come together. They're supposed to be like like a meal together, but like I'm all about the French fries. So yeah, yeah. So if you click here, um, it'll take you to that shop, and it'll show you how much it's going for. 7.49 or 5,000 Algreens. Yeah, so it's not it's not too pricey. It's a good price. Um, and then if you get the mount, it's only 319. If you only get the custom, it's 379, and then if you get the emo, it's 269. So in total, this is like $7 here, and then you pay like almost $3 here. So it's like I guess like $9 or $10. But if you get the pack, it'll only be like 7.49. So it's just better to get the pack anyway. Yeah. They also added like uh more class paths recently. Let me show you. They added the cra yeah. So they added the crab pet, the shrimp pet, and the Oginak pet here. Uh, so you could like change the skin of your pet to like a cra, little shrimp, or little Oginak. Yeah. And if you want to buy the real thing, you could do that too. Like if you go to Ankama shop, you could buy the real thing also. So uh see, and you can also buy like little like pins for, I don't know, for your backpack or something else. So you could get this in the game now. So and yeah, so it's basically a pack for for your pet. Yeah. I I think I like the app, the Kra, and the Organic. Uh, the Shram, like it could have been better. Like I don't know about the horns here. Like I don't know the idea for the horns. Like they're like in the game that they don't really have like horns like this, so it's kind of weird. They did that, but it's okay. But I prefer the Oginak here. It's like a little cute dog here, and then the apple is like little cute apple with eyes. Yeah. So we're gonna look at the other news. Let's see. So Yeah, so the other news is yeah, so we're gonna look at the single target and area masteries. So like recently the devs they proposed getting rid of single target and area masteries. So you know they basically they want to give us more options because at the moment you know you're either a single target build or you're like a area build like you know so it kind of like forces you to choose between the two and you know they want to see people like mix and match like single target and area spells they don't want people like confined to one or the other um so I'm not gonna read all of this I kind of like explained it for you so um and you know here they're going over like they have 886 items that have this issue, you know, the single target and area mastery issue. So that's a lot of items, you know. So that it's gonna take a lot of time to you know to change this. You know, it's gonna take a lot of time to implement the changes. You know, so they're you know they want to you know to let people know now that they're gonna change it and you know they're asking the players to let them know like you know to give them ideas like uh yeah because you know they basically they're gonna change it they're gonna make it like this you know it's gonna be like melee mastery and elemental and it's not gonna have like single target like this you know they just want people to have like melee or like distance. So that's gonna be your only choice now, melee or distance. See, um, and it'll probably be easier for them to balance the game overall. Like, they basically want like melee classes and distance classes. The only problem is that you know there are some classes that you know they're kind of like in between. You know there's some classes like a masquerader that they fight close to you or you know far away from you. So it's gonna be hard for those classes. You know like masquerader. You know they prefer like single target most of the time or AOE like area damage. So you know, I kind of get why people don't want the change. You know, because the like I said, like there's some classes that you know they're kind of like a hybrid of like melee and distance. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard for some classes. So yeah, so let's go down here. Let's look at the feedback that people are giving. Um, yeah, so this guy is talking about how see it says here we like to implement it with the release of the single account server. Yeah, so they're basically preparing this for the single character account server because they want more flexibility, you know, because in the single account server you're only gonna be able to play one class, so they want people to be able to like change to have more options, and you know the single how you call it? Sorry, the single damage, single target on damage. It's gonna limit people when they release the single account server. So they want people to be able to use every spell. They don't want people to be limited to like to like a few like confined spells. They want people to like mix and match. So it's something that they're gonna do for the single account server mostly. Um, but it's also gonna go through for the hero server. So you know, so um, yeah. So this guy is asking, uh, assuming the results are positive, does this mean the update will first be exclusive to a single account server, or does this mean it'll be launched as part of an update for all servers on the same day that the single account server is released? And the dad, see you, he said, we can't answer this for now. I hope you understand. You see in due time. Yeah, so it'll all come out, when the single account server comes out. I'm thinking like, because you know, it, they're making this change mostly so that people can play one class, and they don't have to to worry like oh I'm only limited to AOE heals, or like single character heals. They want people to be able to use everything that the class is able to use. But the way they're gonna give you specializations is gonna be through passives. They want to make passives more interesting. They want to give you the option to like to I don't know, like it could be anything from like uh more, I guess, like more heals, like passes for like more heals, or like passes for to turn your attacks into area damage, or it could be like it could turn your spells into like poison spells. Like every attack is gonna poison the enemy, or anything like that. They could give you more options. When they remove the single target and the melee specializations on gear. So yeah, it's all about giving you more options basically. But people are complaining that they spend a lot of commas and a lot of time getting the single target and the area mastery. So people are like, you're basically ruining everything we've been doing for many years now. But they give us a survey here, where you could let them know, like, if you want, you could give them some ideas through here. Um, so in my opinion, I think they should, um I don't know, like maybe they should move this that they should move like single target OEs to passives. So you could like equip a single target on passive, that gives you like a lot of single target on damage. Or I know people are mostly angry about the time they spend, like getting on the gear, to match their character. It's mostly about on the gear than anything. So I don't know, like, maybe they could give like some kind of compensation. It could be like they could give people I don't know, like commas. Um, no, that'll ruin the market, but like maybe they could give people like free like you could trade your gear for something, so basically you're kind of like trading your old gear for something similar, um but with the new system basically. So yeah, so let's see here. So the other news we have recently is well, not really news, but like people, they've been having discussions about um uh uh the single account server here, and I guess the latest post came in. Actually, we've been having a lot of posts recently. Um, so this guy is saying, uh, one last thing for me. Please do not merge the international community with the French one. They're just way bigger community. They would eclipse our community uh, with the language barrier. So this guy is saying, not to when they implement the single account server, they want like an international server, and then they want like a separate French server for the single account release. So so yeah, for this proposal, I definitely agree, that they should have like separate French server for the for the single character on server, and then international English server, because if if you only implement one big server, like the French community is gonna take over, because their populations like way bigger than the international one for Wakfu. So yeah, I really hope that they don't do like in Dofus where where they have like the French and everybody else in the same server. Yeah, because I kind of like, it's all about the culture and the language. It's always better to have people that you relate with. It's gonna be hard to like communicate with the French players in any real meaningful way. So this guy is saying, I only play on mono servers, so this will give me a reason to play Wafu again. Yeah, so see, a lot of people, are just waiting for the mono server, because in the current hero server, like it's really hard to like to progress unless you have two accounts with heroes. So yeah, so everybody is just, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are waiting for the mono server. Including me. Like I'm actually playing in the current hero server, but when the mono server comes out, that's gonna be my home. That's gonna be where I'm gonna be forever. so yeah, so hopefully they release it this year. you know, when it comes to Ankama, you never know. Like, there might be some like some technical issues. That they have to push it for next year. So just let's pray it's gonna be for this year. So this guy is talking about uh, let's read here. He's saying, I'm not sure how it's going to be if only one tune allowed per account. And if I get bored of it, um, they're gonna have to reroll And I personally like to play alone so I can have the patience with myself to learn mechanics from class and dungeons and not be rushed. But also, the rewards for a dungeon run have to be worth my time because if I go in a dungeon, it's because I'm looking to drop an item that I want and to run with different people an hour dungeon, for example, and bang, the item drop, and somebody else is gonna be like, "Thanks for the run suckers," and you walk out with just the trash. Um, yeah, they're the the way he writes, like he doesn't. It's kind of hard to like read, because he doesn't like have punctuation. It's like one big sentence here. But basically, he's saying that he likes to play alone, so that he doesn't have to share the loot at the end of the dungeon. So so yeah, like so for him, he's gonna stay in the hero server because he wants to play by himself, and he doesn't like it when somebody else gets on the gear that he wanted. So my response onto that is basically that when you play with other people, it doesn't matter who gets well, it matters who gets on the gear, but when you make somebody else better, you're also making yourself better because they're you're gonna need each other to run content. If that person gets on gear, he's gonna help you get on gear. Because you're gonna need to run things on together. So yeah, so it's just something that the hero account hero server people, they're gonna feel like they're wasting other time basically. But but people who understand that when it comes to like MMOs, you're supposed to help other people. You're not supposed to like run everything on yourself. That's basically the point of an MMO. So I mean, like for hopefully for Wakfu, hopefully they make it so that hopefully they balance the grind, because it's gonna take more time to get everything in the single account on server. So hopefully they make it easier to get gear and other things. Maybe I don't know, like um, I don't know. It's gonna depend. Like maybe they should like remove one room in every dungeon so that because when you do when you have like a full party but by yourself in the hero server, it takes like half the time that it takes when you play with like three or like six other people. When you play with other people, everything takes longer. So hopefully they think about the time that people spend playing the game. So hopefully they remove some rooms, or they balance that so that people don't spend like 2 hours in a dungeon. Like because that's not fun. Like when you're in a dungeon for like 2 hours, even one hour is kind of too much, because you only have most people only have like 4 hours, uh, from like Monday to Friday to play. So if you're only able to do like one or two dungeons per day, it kind of feels like a waste of time. So they should like balance the dungeons so the single account players are able to like clear that in a reasonable amount of time. So this guy replied, that's why we call online games, bro. You play with someone else other than yourself. Yeah, you're playing an MMO, like you're supposed to help um other people. So, what should be underlined from what you have written is, I like to play online. Yeah, like he should go play Final Fantasy on Tactics or maybe um there's like plenty of like offline strategy games, so this guy says, I've been playing Dofu's mono server a bit, and it's made me think about a few things. I want to preface this by saying that I love Wakfu. I hate multi-boxing, and I want nothing more than for a single character server to thrive and succeed, which is why I'm about to bring out the criticisms and concerns. In Dofus, most of it, if not all the dungeons I have done so far, have been designed to be done by two people, or if you're good enough, one person. So for Dofus, most dungeons you could like solo them, or you could like play with one other people, and you're able to clear that dungeon. Which is actually good. Um, I mean, like I want to say this is more good than bad. Because it's all about having fun. So uh, I feel like the way to change this, so you could have more people in dungeons, is that they could use the stasis system, so that it makes the dungeon harder, so that you need more people. But I really feel if you could do dungeons with two people, that's a good thing, man. Like, because it's all about being able to progress every day, and if you have to find six people every day, that's gonna take maybe 30 minutes, or sometimes maybe an hour to find six, like five other people. So yeah, I think they should do this for Wakfu also. Let's see. It says psychics are significantly user to use. They don't need to be leveled, and they don't need gear. They scale with you and are designed to give you a helping hand if needed. A lot of psychics and dofus are also earnable in game, either through achievement, mod drops, side content vendors, etc. In Wakfu, we do not currently know if psychics will be allowed. Hopefully not. Like I feel like having the sidekicks, it kind of like defeats the purpose of having a single on character. Like you want to have your own character, and that's it. I feel like the sidekicks should only be for like should only be like a temporary thing that you could bring, like maybe you could summon them for like maybe 2 or 3 turns, and then they go away. But like it shouldn't be like a permanent thing that you could have on your side, because it kind of defeats the purpose of a single character server. You know, I don't know. Like I mean, like maybe they could have it, but like I said, it defeats the purpose of of the server for me. So, and then he says, not that it will matter too much, given how weak waifu sidekicks are by comparison. But I do think the possibility of allowing one sidekick on a single character server could be a fun idea. I mean, like, I don't know, like, why? It's not really, you know, when people want like to play one character, they want to have, they want to be, they want to be like the main character they want to be, like the legend of the game. You're basically the hero of the story. You don't really need sidekicks. you know Sidekicks, like, I don't know. I've never liked the idea of them. Like, they don't bring anything really fun onto the game for me. They just help you on progress easier, but like when it comes to like fun, it's just not fun. I want to be able to play a Sakuya, or and E up, or Shram. I'm not into like sidekicks. Like, if I could summon them for like for a few turns, and they help you do something cool, that's cool. But like and then the other problem is that they take turns on too. So they actually add more time. You're basically wasting more time also when you have other sidekicks. So it's not for me, basically. Uh, there's also dungeons and loot. As of right now, people multi-box, not just because it's hard to find groups, as many people seem to think. It is and has always historically been because of loot. Also, he's saying that right now people multi-box, but he doesn't say a lot of people, or some people. So it's kind of hard to quantify. If it's like a lot of people, or like some people. So we're gonna find out, like, you know how well Ankama is gonna be able to prevent multi-boxing. Um, I don't know, like, and are people willing to, like, to do this, like, because when you choose a single account server, you only want to play one character, so they should just do that in the they should they should just go play the hero server, if they're gonna multi-box. um so hopefully the way they prevent multi-boxing is, they could do it through the launcher. Yeah, but another way they could do it is that they could make it a sub only server. So you have to buy a booster to play there. So so that that forces on people to play one account. There's gonna be a few people that don't mind paying like 20 or $30 per month, to multi box. But most people are not gonna sub like two or three accounts, just to do that, when they could do that in the hero server, for like $12. So yeah, so I'm thinking it should be a sub only server, or maybe give you or maybe it could be like a free to play server, but make it so that when you get the booster, uh there's something in it that uh okay, I have an idea. Like, okay, so it could be like a free to play server, but then the booster costs like uh maybe on $12 per month. So that if you want a multi account, it's gonna take you a lot of money to do that. If you want a multi box, it's gonna be a lot of money. So they should make the booster like uh instead of like 660 for the single account server, it could be like 1260. So that to like prevent people from multi-boxing. And then the booster, it could give you like really good things also. Because it's not gonna give you heroes. So they're gonna have to balance. They're gonna have to give you more than everything else here. So it could give you like 100% combat and profession experience. It could give you like 50% chance to drop items. It could give you 60% commas. Because you're only gonna be playing one character, so to make up for that, they could like double everything here, like the bonuses here. Um, and for voting, your voting could count like two times. You could vote like twice if you want. I think this people might people might not like it, but if you're gonna be paying money, you should it should match the extra money that you're gonna be paying, because it's gonna be 1260 for the single account server. So yeah, and then he's saying that uh this game's loot system and gearing system is extremely punishing, probably by design, considering it's a treadmill based MMO. The reason people are drawn to multi-boxing is because more copies of you equal more chances that you will receive the loot. Yeah, this is a big issue, but people that feel this way, they have the hero on server, so they don't have to come over to the single account server. So I don't know. I don't know. As we all know, most late game activities in Wakfu take a considerable time investment. Tokens are laughable, so if you're looking for a specific piece of gear and a random player gets it, that leaves a sour taste in people's mouths. Yeah, so he's bringing the same gear issue, like the same loot issue. Like people, you're gonna be playing with five other people, so other people are gonna get, they might get the relic, that you've been wanting to get. So I don't know. They might have to make the token system better. So that people that are not getting on the loot are gonna be able to get gear. also. So so we'll see. Hopefully, hopefully they revamp the token system for the single character server. So and he says, I've played Wakfu since launch on multiple servers. Yeah, I know Mini Mikey. He's been, yeah, he's been around since like the beginning, and yeah, he's been here in every server. He says, I've played with French players, I've played with Spanish players, English players. I'm no stranger to busting out Google Translate to get through a dungeon. It's fun and can lead to new friendships. I still remember the days of spamming Jashata Lamortisa on Datura, trying to buy a belt, and I'm sure I'll do it again on the single character server. Yeah, so he likes, he doesn't mind talking to other people, and he likes the idea that the single character server is gonna it's gonna bring more communication. It's gonna bring more friendships and things like that. So, and he says, but I'm scared. I'm genuinely worried that unless there is some massive overhaul plan for waifu in terms of dungeon and fight design, that it's gonna that it's gonna struggle. We have to be honest with ourselves. This idea sounds amazing on paper, but with waifu's current design in mind, it's gonna be an uphill challenge to get people to stick around for it around in long term. I'm talking year one, year two, etc. The first few months will probably be great. It's gonna be popping, and some people and most of waifu ever. But it'd be silly not to notice the massive elephant in the room. So hopefully they address the big issues, like the token, like tokens. They gotta make it better. So if you don't drop something, that you're gonna be able to buy it with with the tokens. Um, and the other thing he brought up is that it's just dungeons they take a lot of time to do. So he wants they want the devs to like maybe nerf the dungeons or like make them smaller or something like that. Yeah, so I agree with most of the things here. But I really like that in Dofus you're able to complete dungeons with like two people. That's a good thing. And then if you want more people, you basically increase the stasis. So like the stasis level. So you could drop more things in the dungeon, and you could give yourself, you could give your party a better challenge if you want. So yeah, so I don't know. So they should make it like the Dofus single character server, and then they should look into the token system and any other issues they could like look into it also. So yeah, this guy they're agreeing with everything here. The single account server should be designed with certain rules in mind, different from the live server, making sure it will stay alive and active for years and not just one or worst case scenario months. So everyone's, you know, everyone, they want the server to be good. They just, they don't want it to die, because it's gonna be easier in the hero server, to do everything. So they want Ankama to make it so that, so that you could like progress in a reasonable amount of time. Basically just make the server easier. Basically, like, I know, Ankama, they don't want their game to be easy, but the way to make it hard is, through other things, through sublimations. All right, so yeah, I think I covered the most recent topics here. Uh, the server, mono server, and the single target and area masteries that they want to change. So yeah, that's the most, the hot topics for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, if you guys just let me know in the comments, how you feel about the changes that they're trying to make. How you feel about the mono server, single account server. Yeah, just let me know. Subscribe, and yeah, keep in touch.